Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyra and I am an accelerated nursing student pursuing my BSN RN. I'm currently in my 4th semester of 4. I'm wrapping up with the semester in 9 short weeks, so I'm very excited. But today we're going to be talking about how I get when I say all, I mean all A's in nursing school. I'm currently a 4.0 nursing student, and I have had multiple people tell me that I apparently make nursing school look really easy. Even though it is far from easy, there are ways that you can make nursing school manageable, doable, still have a life, and still get all A's in your classes if that is your desire. Also, disclaimer, me getting all A's is not me saying that I am better than anyone else. If you have graduated from nursing school, you are amazing. You are a nurse, you are qualified, a B, a C, you did that thing and you got your nursing degree. And if you are still in nursing school, you've already got B's or C's or something like that, again, you are still qualified and you can still be a great nurse. But I make this video to inspire you all to just strive for your best, give you tips on how to be a better student. If you're getting C's and you want to get B's, this will help you. If you're getting B's and you want to get A's, this will help you. If you are currently failing in certain classes or getting non-passing grades on your exams and things like that, this will help you get to that passing level. So this video is to encourage and to help everybody. So without further ado, let's get into the tips. So number 1 is to know your why. Why are you pursuing this degree in the first place? What is this degree going to do for you in the future? What doors is it going to open? What finances is it possibly going to bring you in on the future? So just know your why. For me, my why is honestly my daughter. My daughter is 5. I want to give her the best life possible. It's honestly just my biggest dream to have her grow up and just have an amazing life. I want her to have so many opportunities. For myself as well, I want to have opportunities. I want my future big family to be blessed. I want us to live without lack. It's not all about the money. I also want to help others and take care of my patients, make an impact on my future patients' lives and their families' lives. But it is about the money a lot too, you know? So know your why. Why are you doing this? What is this going to bring you in the future? How will this degree help you later in life? Figure it out. Whenever you're struggling with your journey, think back to your why. Always refocus on why you are doing this, and that will help you to stay focused, stay grounded, and do well in your course. Next is I really am an organized person. I am naturally like this. If you are not naturally organized, you need to figure out how to get organized, because higher level education it's hard. It's busy. There's a lot more things going on as it pertains to nursing school. Nursing is very busy. You guys know, or you will know. Mainly, you need a planner. You have to have a planner. You have to have all your things written down on the calendar so you know that when things are due, what you're going to be doing for that day. I like to make daily to-do lists. I also like to make weekly to-do lists. My weekly to-do list is an overview of everything I want to get done that week. Sometimes things get added, sometimes things get taken off. But if I know what my week looks like, it really helps me to divide what do I now want to do each day. Because you can't wait till the end of the week and then realize you have all these assignments due. You want to make sure that you're doing them throughout the week. Also, I like to do time blocking with Google Calendar. Google Calendar has been my bestie from the beginning. I love it. It tells me everything that I'm doing throughout the day. I like to look at it every single day, multiple times a day. I just like to know what I'm doing, what I have coming up, and the time blocking is really helpful, because sometimes you'll put an immense amount of things on your to-do list and you realize you really don't even have the time to do that. So time blocking is so helpful because you can plug in all the things that you have to do, the things that are mandatory, and then you can see where the spaces are that are open that you can plug in studying time into. So time blocking is really important. Planner is important, super duper important. Another skill you need to have to be able to manage to get all A's in your courses is time management. Time management is so vital in school. You have to be able to dedicate specific amount of time to studies, dedicate specific amount of time to things outside of your life. This also ties back in to the time blocking because this will help you manage your time. You will be able to visualize it and see what you are devoting to each aspect of your life. So with time management also comes in discipline. If you have told yourself that you're going to study from 12 to 4, you need to be disciplined enough to go study from 12 to 4. The way I like to spend my time personally is batching schoolwork into 1 to 2 days versus doing schoolwork every single day throughout the week, because my life is very, very busy and I have other things I need to do, mom things to do. I take my daughter to gymnastics, swim lessons. I also go to the gym quite often right now. I have classes and I have clinicals, which are full 12-hour days that I can't study on. So the days that I have off from everything, I like to put in big chunks of study time where I will study, say, from 12 to 4 p.m. or 10 to 4 p.m. sometimes. It just depends on how much I have to do for that week. But I like to plan out big study chunks where I have 4 to 6 things to do some days. Sometimes it's 3 if it's studying and 1 assignment, But I just like to have longer study days. That way it feels like, okay, I've accomplished so much this day. Now tomorrow I can focus on my life things, focus on my daughter, getting things done outside of school. So this is one of the ways that I like to study. Again, I batch my work and study for longer periods on less days versus studying for shorter periods on more days. It is also important to have balance in school and take time out for self-care to prevent burnout. So many people can get really, really wrapped up with school, even myself. I got really wrapped up with school during the first year. My first semester, I was pretty good. Second and third semester, I fell off with the gym, fell off with eating habits, completely let myself go in that area of life, but other areas of my life were elevated. So you really need to try to figure out a way to balance all your aspects of life. It's very difficult, but try to devote a little bit of time to everything. You need to fill up your social cup. You need to fill up your cup by maintaining healthy habits, eating and going to the gym. You need to fill up your family cup, engaging with your family, your kids. You need to fill up your hobby cup. Again, you have to try your best to find balance between all aspects of your life, because when you have balance, then nursing school will not feel so stressful. To be able to sit down and study will not feel as stressful if you already feel healthy, you're eating right, you've hung out with your friends. So make sure that you have all of your cups filled up and you have a balance throughout. If you have events that are going on and you get invited to things, y'all, please don't say no all the time. Yes, there are times where you will have to say no because you have an exam the next week. But if you don't, please try and socialize as much as possible. You have to keep yourself sane by doing the things that you love and things that will make you smile, things that will make you happy, because school cannot be your only focus. School is only a small portion, small couple of years in your life, and then the rest of it, you're gonna flourish. So still try to maintain things that you love to do in your everyday life while you're in school. Another way I make sure that I get all A's in my classes is studying and romanticizing the studying process. So I know some people have a really difficult time with sitting down to study. Personally, I like studying. I don't know why. I think I like studying because I know that if I study, it's going to lead to a good outcome, which is getting a high grade on my exams. But the ways to study if you don't like studying or in a funk, you just don't feel like doing it, is to romanticize it. It's really, really important to make things that are not enjoyable, enjoyable. The ways that I do this is going out to study. I study best when I'm out of the house. I cannot study in this nice bed of mine because I will turn on Netflix, Disney Plus. I will turn on a good show and lay down and play Uno on my phone. But the way I combat this is getting out of the house. I study so well outside of the house. I go to libraries. I like to go to different coffee shops. I like to go outdoors if the weather is nice. That's also really great. Just get out of the house and study. Another thing that I like to do when I go to these places is take some nice snacks, take a drink that I really like. This makes it enjoyable as well. Or you can get a meal from the place you're going to. Just say, oh, I'm gonna go eat my meal, watch something real quick, and then I'm gonna start studying. Or you can eat a treat and study at the same time. Romanticize your studying to where it doesn't feel so bad. So the next 3 things on my list are geared more towards the actual class aspect. I'm not teaching you how to study for every single class in nursing school because I already have a video of how I study and how I take notes, which will be up here. But to generalize it, making study guides is the way to go for me. Again, I put it up in the cards about how to make study guides. Study guides are really helpful because it can condense all of the information from PowerPoints into a small, concise form. This really helps when it's time to study. So it's forcing you to review the information and paraphrase it into your own words, which helps you retain information more when things are in your own words. After you make the study guides, it's really important that you study the study guides. It's very easy to just write down a bunch of things or type a bunch of things up and then just leave it and not really touch it again. It's really important that you go back to study it. When you study, there are different ways I like to study my study guides. Is reading through the information, talking it out, the blurting method, which is just you're blurting out information, anything you can remember, and then going back to look at the paper to see what you have missed. I also like to study with the whiteboard by doing active recall. I will write everything about a topic that I can remember. The writing actually helps make those connections in your brain. And then I will read through the whiteboard, see what I got wrong, see what I missed, and add those things as well. So active recall is super important when you are studying your study guides. You want to feel more comfortable with the information as time progresses and you get closer to your exam. My final tip is to study to understand. Do not study just to memorize. It is so important, especially in nursing school and other STEM related fields, because science honestly builds upon itself for the most part. When you are in one class, some of the concepts that you've learned in that class will translate over into other classes. So it's really important that you study to understand, because the information that you're learning now will most likely come up again. It's so important to not just let it go in one ear, out the other ear. Everything that you learn now will help you in the future. So it's best just to learn it now. Just learn it now so that when you get to the next class, you will have an easier time understanding the new concepts versus learning old concepts plus new concepts. So those are my tips for you all. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you feel encouraged and that you feel like you can get these A's. Get these A's in nursing school, y'all. Again, this is not to say that A's are the only way. It's not the only way to get your degree. C's get degrees too. But if you are striving for those high grades, because potentially you are going to be applying for higher level of education, master's program or something like that, nurse practitioner school, CRNA school, med school, PA school, all those different schools, you might need to get good grades now so that you'll be prepared to apply for those schools. So that is the end of this video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.